Recording. All right, welcome to the Team Elevate team call. It is officially the last Tuesday of June, and so the next time we talk on our team calls, it is going to be July. So we are halfway through 2018. So ask yourself, what have you done the last 6 months that worked, and what do you need to change? This morning I had a one-on-one call with Josh Coates, and I signed up for his training, and I literally feel like I'm going to throw up. One, because it's so much money. Two, because I now have to put everything that I have. I feel like I have this accountability person that I've never had before. It's just been me, myself, and I. And so now I have somebody to actually show up to. Let me just make sure everybody is muted. But what's really exciting is that now, because I'm working one-on-one with him, he's going to be popping into our team calls and onto our team page a lot, which will be super nice because it'll be awesome for a lot of us to build a relationship with him and just kind of get his mindset. His energy is incredible. For those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, Josh Coates is basically, he's an inspirational speaker, but he has a lot of knowledge behind Beachbody. And so he knows how to run businesses, and he's gotten a lot of coaches into the top of the network. And so basically, just going to help Team Elevate push it to the next level. So I'm really excited about that. Let me share my screen, and we will go into recognition. Oops. Hang on. All right. We have changed a total of 373 lives already in the month of June, and that's pretty freaking cool, guys. I don't know if you guys saw the post that Cassie posted today in Team Elevate, but we had maybe 10 girls on our team calls this time last year. So for those of you making this a priority, shout out to you, because honestly, the biggest difference between successful coaches and unsuccessful coaches in this business is that the unsuccessful ones don't treat this like a business. They aren't their own boss. They are actively breaking promises with themselves. They're not showing up to themselves. And those of you who are showing up to yourselves, you really should be proud of yourself, because it takes a lot. It takes discipline, and it takes just the drive and the grit to be successful in this business, but you all have it in you to make it happen. And so the prime example is to look around at all the successful coaches who have done it, and it'll show you that it can happen. So check out these freaking names. All of these people over here to the right have changed either 1 or 2 lives. And so for those of you new coaches on the call who have no idea what this means, every time you see a 2 next to somebody's name, that is 1 life change. So in the multiples of 2, that's how many lives that they have changed. And in order to hit the benchmark of Success Club, you have to change 3 lives and hit Success Club 5. So we have an incredible amount of people over here. For those of you guys who have hit Success Club already this month, we have with 6 points, Keisha Koneski, Cassandra Wicker, Catherine Mason, Amanda Johnson, Leah Toe, Ellie Anderson, Lindsay White, Chloe Baker, Alexis Wills, Reagan Zanardi. I love seeing new names up here. Kaylin Breitz, Rachel McCumber, Caitlin Williams. With 8 points, we have Kelly Hernandez, Allie Scrivener, Lauren Lettieri, Eric Jones, Lauren Register, Bethany Lafredo, and Samantha Stano. With 10 points, we have Courtney Abel, Stephanie Pike, Taylor McKenchie, Caitlin Walsh. With 12 points, and this is as of yesterday. With 12 points, we have Michelle Cahill, Jenna Rufo, I got it right, Teresa Neitlinger, Lauren Valancourt, Nancy Vargas. With 14 points, we have Megan Jones. With 16 points, we have Cassie Schmelzinger. With 18 points, we have Kelsey Moore. With 20 points, we have Andrea Slifka. With 24 points, we have Megan Wortham. With 40 points, myself. With 42 points, we have Michaela Vargelakis. 50 points, Sydney Thompson. And 80 points, which is 40 lives changed, Kate Morgan. And so with all of those lives changed, we have, as Team Elevate, as of yesterday morning, have changed 373 lives changed. So if you and I had never made the decision to change our own lives, 373 lives may not have been changed. And when you put it into perspective like that, it's a pretty special feeling. And our coach of the week is Jenna Rufo, because she is a freaking light. She came to Summit, and I had never met her before. I might have only had 1 or 2 conversations with her before. over the internet, over Instagram or Facebook, but I loved getting to meet those of you who I had never met before. But Jenna is that light. Jenna is that person that you just want to be around. And she's just like calm and relaxed, but is so motivated. And it was just so cool to like hear her talk about her big ass goals. So you are clearly the coach of the week. We have changed a total of we have signed 65 coaches onto Team Elevate this week. That's pretty cool. Like 65 coaches signed onto our team this week. So congrats to those of you who sponsored a coach. And congratulations to those of you who made Summit a priority. I'm not going to lie. Those of you not going to Summit are not going to have that same effect, that same culture, that same community as those of us who are going to Summit. And it's yearly, and it needs to be a priority. No questions asked. If you are sitting there right now wondering if you should go next year, the answer is yes, every single time. Ask me today, ask me tomorrow, ask me on Saturday. Yes, you need to make Summit a priority. Every time I come home, I have that fire ignited in my belly. And if you ask any single person who went this weekend, they will tell you right away that it has completely changed their mindset, completely relit that flame, put those butterflies back in their belly. And I truly believe that you do need a live event every once in a while to really continue that mindset growth. It's just a different feeling that we can't get over the internet, but we can feel it when we're in person, and you get to meet the coaches that you see on social media, those people who you are inspired by. You get to see them walk the stage, and it just like shows you what you're capable of, because every single person is so human. So congratulations to those of you who made it a priority. And let's chat about next Summit. So this needs to be in your calendar. Every single one of you need to make it a priority. July 11th to 14th. I am going to fly in on the Wednesday before. I think it's the 10th. So I'm flying in on the 10th and then flying out on the 14th. Tomorrow, you can start registering for your hotel. If you want to wait for your hotel, that's fine too. I did register for mine just so I'm not like stressing about it later on. But guys, Summit tickets are $130 right now. Do you know how much they go up to? $295. Every single person needs to put this in there, like on payday, your next payday, or now, this needs to be a priority. $130. You're going to save over $100 by getting this ticket. Okay. And you're going to go, and it's going to change your life, and you are going to get coaches of your own there. It's 1 year away. Imagine, even if you're a brand new coach and this is the first team call you've ever been on, imagine where you're going to be in 1 year from now. Not only are you going to go to Summit, but in 1 year from now, you're going to bring coaches of your own to Summit, and it is going to be the most special feeling in the world. And I wish that you could feel it if you've never been before, but it is. Just take it from me. It is an incredible feeling. So make sure you go. And the 130 ends on July 9th, and then it goes up to, I think, 175 or 180. So you save $50 by getting it before July 9th. So if you can do it before then, please make sure you do. But if anything at all, mark this off on your calendar and get there. And for those of you new coaches who are like brand new, if you hit Success Club your first 3 months as a coach, you get your free ticket to Summit. So that needs to be on your radar. Also, if you hit Team Leader, which I'm not going to go into detail what that is, you can search it in FAQ. If you hit Team Leader your first year as a coach, you get your free ticket as well. Okay. Last time I'm going to remind you, because this time next week we will have already started it, but we are doing the Make It Rain VIP training with us 5 top coaches. Bree Headley, who is one of Amy Silverman's top coaches. Jamie Indus is number 11 in the company. Carly Lindor is one of Jamie Indus's coaches. Mandy Kai is one of my good friends, and she's number 46 in the company. And then me. We are hosting a 4-week training in July, and in order to get into that training, you must have 4 personally sponsored coaches of your own, okay? They can't be your coaches' coaches. They have to be 4 of your own, and this is going to be a training that you do not want to pass up, that you're going to get some in, like, she was a speaker at Summit. Mandy, oh my God, she's a brand new coach who is insane. She's absolutely incredible. Her social media skills are so impressive. You want to learn from her. And hey, I'm kind of cool too, so that'll be fun. So make sure that you make that a priority. All right, last thing I want to talk about before we go on to goal setting. Beat your best. So this is something that we talked about at Summit. we are doing a July incentive. Instead of doing Team Cup, what we're going to do is we're going to do basically beat your best score. And so it's a competition with yourself. And so for those of you new coaches, this isn't really going to count for you, but for you coaches who have hit Success Club in the past, we're doing a July incentive for you to beat your best Success Club score. And so you can get a bronze, silver, or gold medal, and it's how it works. So I want you to pinpoint, and I actually want you to type in the chat, for those of you who have hit Success Club before in your coaching business, tell me what your best Success Club score has ever been. Type it in the chat. I want to see numbers. Okay. Keep them coming. Even if it's 2, guys, even if it's 2, you've hit Success Club. You've hit a Success Club point before. Okay. So, awesome. So now you have the ability to win the bronze, silver, or gold medal. If you beat your best score by 1 Success Club point, you'll earn the bronze medal. If you, and this is awesome for people who like incentives, if you beat your best score by 5 Success Club points, you get a silver medal. And if you beat it by 10 points, you get a gold medal. So now put in the chat what you need to achieve in order to earn the gold medal. So what Success Club points do you need to achieve in July in order to earn the gold medal? So this needs to be your July goal. Boom. This needs to be written big and bold somewhere on your desk, on your notepad, wherever it is that you see every single day. That needs to be a big goal. Not only is Beachbody going to send you these medals, but we're going to do a fun competition on our team as well for anybody who accomplishes or who earns that gold medal. So it'll be a fun little contest we do with ourselves in July. Also, beat your best personally sponsored coach score. And so what this is, you're basically going to challenge yourself to get more personally sponsored, more of your coaches to qualify for Success Club. So if, let's say in March, you had 4 coaches hit Success Club. Now, PS coaches that qualified for Success Club in any 1 month within the last 12 months, as a sponsoring coach, you must also qualify for Success Club in order to earn the star medal. So here, that was gibberish. But if you had 4 coaches hit Success Club in March and you have 5 coaches hit Success Club in July, you now just beat your best personally sponsored coach. Or if you just had 1 coach hit Success Club in March or in June, and you get 2 to hit Success Club in July, you now beat that score. So this is just a fun little incentive they're doing this month. And not only will you get these awards, but next year at Summit, you'll actually get that, like, if you guys saw us walking around with like those ribbons hanging from our banners, you'll get an extra banner for being bronze, silver, or gold medal. And that's really fun. Okay. So speaking of goals, let's build goals and a vision that stretches you for real. I'm going to tell you what, those of you who are visionaries, those of you who dream are going to be more successful than those of us in this business who do not. Those of us in our business who just go with the flow and hope and wish that success is going to come to them. Those of you in this business who are thoroughly like, I will make this happen. I know this will happen. And then your actions follow that are going to be the coaches who have major success in this business. I can tell you right now, I am the biggest visionary I've ever met in my life in terms of I just like, whenever I'm like going through a hard time, I escape it and I think about what my life will look like if I keep hustling. And so when I first started Beachbody, for those of you who don't know my story, I was a full-time teacher, a first grade teacher, and I was a part-time grad student. And on the outside, of course, I didn't need something more on my plate, but for me, I just wanted that escape. I wanted that one thing I could come home to and control. And starting Beachbody, it just allowed me to dream a lot bigger. Having a teaching income, it doesn't really let you dream. It doesn't really let you like have these like giant goals for yourself because you know you'll always be on that fixed income. But when Beachbody came into my life and Pat Reelman, my upline, like showed me what was capable in this business, it was like, oh, you mean I can get out of Tyler's parents' basement? You mean I don't have to have this burden of $100,000 worth of college debt in my chest my entire life? And so these things that just like really were heavy on my heart, I got to dream bigger about. And so that's what I want to work with you guys tonight. I want you to work on those things that are heavy in your heart and understand that this business will get you there. This business will take you out of any scenario that you crave to change. And you can't just take my advice on it. You have to believe it in your heart. Look around at the coaches who have done it and the coaches who are dreaming just as big as you. Change is going to happen. And so at the beginning of my business, I said, okay, I just want to get out of Tyler's parents' basement. I want to just be able to afford a down payment on a house. And just 2 months into my business, having that as my goal, I was able to live solely on my coaching income and be able to put every single penny of my teaching income away. And in 6 months, we put a down payment on our house. But had I never dreamt that big and told myself, not that I hope I'll do it, but damn well I'm going to do it, my actions followed that. But it has to scare you. It has to stretch you. It has to make you want to come home on a tired night and work your business because you want something more. You want change more than you want to stay the same. Okay? So let's build these goals for real. For real, guys. Don't just get on this call and say, oh, I'm just getting on to show Ashley that I popped on. Take something out of this call. I want you to set goals that scare the shit out of you tonight. I want you to set goals that our young selves truly believe we're capable of, for real. Okay, so first, in the chat, I want you to tell me what you're motivated by. Personally, I'm motivated by every single one of these. Are you motivated? Maybe you can number what you're motivated most by. So I'm motivated most by recognition, and then money, and then incentives, and then helping people. But I am motivated by all. So just tell us, what are you mostly motivated by? And then you can go in order if you are motivated by more than one, because I want to see you. I want to see them. Money, 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 money. Recognition. Yeah, so lots of money and recognition, helping others. Cool. Okay, so lots of varieties. Okay, awesome. So that's not something I need to know. It's personally something that you need to know. You need to know what you're motivated by in order to set these goals. And so I want you to choose the one that you're most motivated by right now. What is the most, and just hold it to yourself. What is the thing that you're most motivated by right now? Me, it's recognition in this season of my life. Okay, so let's move on. And so here's just an example, and we're going to start putting these in the chat. So here's just an example of different things you can be motivated by and how to create goals. And now keep in mind, guys, these goals should not be something that you can achieve in the next 30 days, other than maybe rank. But these should be things that, no, I want you to think of long-term things in the next 6 months. Let's think 6 months, and then we'll do 1 full year. But think of things that if you were to achieve them, the type of butterflies you'd get in your stomach, it should give you chills thinking that you would achieve these goals, okay? And so here's one example. So I want you to take the thing you're most motivated by and write down, I am motivated by blank, therefore my goal is. And so here's just an example. This is one of my goals that I had when I was a new coach. I am motivated by money, therefore my goal is I will be able to afford my dream home and car before I am 30 years old. Notice I'm not saying I hope to, I wish I'm saying I will be. So writing right in the chat, I am motivated by blank, therefore my goal is. So personally for me in this season of my life, mine would be, I am motivated by recognition, therefore my goal is to be in the top 10 by the end of the year. And so that's a goal that makes me want to throw up. But I know if I don't set it, I'm not going to work toward it. And so I'm going to read them in the chat. Good. So you can pay your monthly payments. God, how would that feel to just take the burden off of bills? That was one of my biggest things when I started coaching. I just wanted my car payment paid for. Getting your student loans taken care of. I love these. Also copy and paste these into your like notepad, or maybe even like message them to your boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, verbalize them, get them out into the universe. Show people that you're not messing around and this business is serious. Yes, Bethany, awesome. Okay, Diamond by Sunday. Think bigger, Megan. What do you want by the end of the year? We'll get to rank in a second. Okay, so here's just an example. I'm just gonna go through and give you a couple examples, okay? I am motivated by recognition. Therefore, my goal is I will be a 5-star diamond by the end of 2018. So if you're currently an emerald coach or a diamond coach, don't just make your goal the next step. Think bigger. You know, diamond coach, awesome. But think like, what's going to really help you create that freedom for yourself? 2-star diamond, 5-star diamond, elite. You have to kind of build knowledge on these things before you really know what they are. But for those of you motivated by recognition in this business, or maybe you just want to hit Success Club every month throughout the year of 2018, that's a big recognition. Maybe you want to be on the Team Elevate leaderboards. Anything that's going to drive you, anything that's going to stretch you every single day, you just need to get it out into the universe. Another one, I'm motivated by helping others. Therefore, my goal is I will help 5 to 10 women each month fall in love with their journeys. So I will hit Success Club 20. If you're helping 5 to 10 people, you're hitting Success Club 10 to 20. And then the last one is I am motivated by incentives. Therefore, my goal is I will be on the 2020 Success Club trip. For those of you who don't know what that is, it is our free Beachbody trip that we go on every single year. So I'm super motivated by incentives, and I will never miss one of those in my life because I have FOMO. But basically, in this current year, so what you do in this current year, the Success Club points you earn in this current year determines whether you go on the 2020 trip in 2 years from now. So Beachbody will take a tally of all the life changers in the year of 2018, and they will basically put us in order. And so the top 5,000 Success Club point earners will be taken off the wait list to go to the trip. Now that might seem like it's not a lot of people, but believe me, a lot of people aren't hitting Success Club, and you should be. You want to go on these trips. If you want to be changing lives, if you want to have this financial freedom, you need to be hitting Success Club monthly. That is how you're going to grow a successful business. So basically, Beachbody takes that tally and they pull you off the wait list based on your ranking in the company with Success Club points. And then next year, so if you go on the 2020 trip, all of 2019 is when you start earning the trip free. So next year, every 1 point you earn is $10 towards your trip. So let's say you hit Success Club 10 in January. That's $100 towards your trip. Let's say you hit 300 Success Club points over the year. That's $3,000 towards your trip. All you need to go on your trip is $1,200. So that's 120 Success Club points spread out throughout the year. That's hitting Success Club 10 each month. And so if that was way too quick for you, that's going to be something you don't need to know right now. It'll be something that you learn. But understand that these trips are so much fun and they are completely free if you are working your business, if you're treating this business like a business. Okay, so I want to read these. Damn, Lauren. Awesome. Yeah, $800 a month loan payments. Get that taken care of. Let's get you to $800 a week with Beachbody by the end of this year. Guys, these should scare you. You shouldn't feel comfortable. You shouldn't feel comfortable in these things. Like the thought of Team Elevate being in the top 10 makes me want to like keel over. Like me building my dream house makes me want to keel over. They're scary. That's what's going to make you work so much harder. Okay. And so I want you guys to put together a vision board. And so this is just a quick one I put together today for you guys, but I really want to share this with one another. Go on Canva and throw something together for yourselves. You know, whether you like tangible stuff. Personally, I love tangible stuff. I am motivated by everything. I really want a lake house on the lake that I grew up on the lake that I'm getting married on. I also should have my dream wedding in here somewhere, but I forgot to put it on here. But this is something, I look at this and it makes me have butterflies in my stomach, knowing that I have the ability. This is where the dreaming comes in. Knowing you have the ability to get there. Like, that's a special feeling. Being able to look at something and know you have the ability. I have almost $100,000 worth of college debt, but I know damn well it's going to be gone by the end of this year because I have the ability to make it happen. And my work ethic, my actions is going to match that, but you have to believe it. Okay, these things should scare you. I want to travel the entire world before I have children, and I know that's going to happen. I want my dream car. I want a TRD Pro 4Runner. I want our team to be a superstar diamond team, the top rank in the entire company, and I want our team to be a team elevate or a top 10 team, the tippy top team in the entire company. And I know these things are going to happen because I have that. I can dream and I can vision that. And so, put together a dream board, print it off. Put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. When I first started this business, downstairs in my basement, I had this big blackboard, and it's still there from when I first bought the house. And I just wrote down, I just sat there and I just brain dumped all of the things I want to accomplish in this business. It was like so many things, like hit 6 figures. I think it was like I wanted 100 coaches on Team Elevate. Just like so many things that I personally, that were far away, they were far-fetched, but I could sit there and I could picture myself hitting them. And I just brain dumped all over that chalkboard. And so maybe doing something like that in your office, if you have an office, or getting just going on Canva and just brain dumping everything that you want to accomplish on a graphic and then print it off for you. I promise you, if you are a visionary in this business, and you set goals that scare you, you are going places, okay? So now I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take that top thing that burns in your belly, that one thing, and I want you to imagine it happens. So that one thing that you typed, I want you to shut your eyes. I'm going to shut mine too. I want you to take that one thing that you typed in the chat, and it should scare you. But it should also burn in your belly. Put your hand on your belly. If you get butterflies thinking about accomplishing it, oh my God, the feeling of being able to send in my last check of my student loans. It makes my heart so warm. Find that one thing that if you accomplished it, what would it do for your life? I want you to feel it. It's just that mental check of holy shit, like what if I accomplished it? Not what if, but when I accomplish it, what's it gonna feel like? And it should burn. It should just feel that. Like for me, well, I don't know where I'm looking. For me, it is such a special feeling. And that's what you should feel. And every single day, doing that check with yourself, checking those butterflies in your tummy if they're still there, or if you're getting closer to a goal, if you need to set your goals higher, continuing to feel those butterflies in your stomach and to feel, your actions need to match that. And if it doesn't scare you and if it's not important enough for you, your actions won't. It won't. I despised going and teaching in a classroom where I was overworked and underpaid. Personally, that was my one thing that I needed out of. And the thought of me being able to work from home literally gave me chills. So much that when I was tired as hell after a full day of teaching and a full day of grad school, I knew that at the end of the day, I could always feel those butterflies in my stomach and know that I was never stuck in that situation. That if I worked hard enough, I could accomplish and get out of that situation that I despised. And now it's time for you to ask yourself, this is the time where coaches quit or they work harder. The time where, their vision is either important to them or not important to them, whether they could actually see them accomplishing their vision or if it's just a letter, or it's just words written down on a piece of paper. That's what's going to set you apart from being successful to unsuccessful in this business, if it's truly important to you. Okay? So take that seriously and ask yourself, because you guys are going to run giant teams of your own one day. And if you want them to dream, you have got to lead by example and dream for them. Show them how to dream. If I wasn't such a dreamer, a lot of you guys wouldn't truly know what you're capable of in this business. And so you have to lead from the front each and every single day. Okay. And now, what are you willing to do to get there? So a couple of you set more than one goal. And this is just as important as the goal setting piece itself. What are you truly willing to do to get there? For me, like I said, I was willing to come home from a full day of grad school and teaching and work my ass off. And so I want you to write out however many goals you had. Maybe you had 2, 3, 4 goals. I want you to tell me what you're willing to do to get there. In order to pay off my $80,000 worth of college debt, I am willing to sit in my office for 8 hours a day and do my 4 vital behaviors. In order to blank, I am willing to, okay, I want to read them, type them in. In order to quit my job, I'm willing to wake up early and go to my stupid job and then come home and work again. Boom, Sam. Hell yeah, Rebecca. You're willing to stay up after a 12-hour shift. Truthfully. And you know what? By you guys doing these things, you are setting the tone for your team. But if you keep breaking promises with yourself, if you tell yourself these things are important to you, but then you break your promise and you don't show up, you're breaking promises each and every single day, and you're setting that tone for your team without even knowing it. One day passes, and then another day passes, and then the third day passes, and all of a sudden your entire team, the entire vibe changes because you're the leader, and the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. You have got to stop breaking promises with yourself. Whatever you are willing to accomplish needs to be done every single day. Boom. I love reading these. And you guys are so freaking capable of it. You are so capable of it. You can look around at all the coaches who have done these things. And that's why it's important to follow some coaches on social media and not envy them, but be inspired by them. Read their stories. Like, if one coach's story really resonates with you, like for me personally, I love Bonnie Youngel because she had $200,000 worth of college debt and paid it off in 2 years. And so for me, when I first heard her story, that just sat in my heart. It was heavy on my heart because I got to see that I was capable of it, because Bonnie's not some superhuman. I can accomplish that. For those of you who want to buy your dream house, follow somebody. Nikki Whiting, Angie Bellamar just built their dream homes, and they're not super women. They're just in this business, and they show up to themselves each and every single day. They set the tone for their teams. They set goals that scare them, and they chase after them. Everything that you guys need, each and every single thing that you guys need to be successful is inside of you right now. Do you understand that? I'm going to say it again. Everything that you need to be successful is inside of you. It is nothing I can do. It is nothing your upline can do. It is nothing that we can do or give you. It is inside of you right now. Yes, you need to keep growing that knowledge. Yes, you need to keep building, those relationships, but you have the ability to do whatever you want to do. Okay? But you've got to believe it. You've got to have that belief instilled in your core. All right. So when this business gets hard, what will you stick to? Guys, business is going to get hard. You're going to lead a team of coaches, and it's not going to be easy. There's going to be times where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like my business is taking off. I don't know what to do first, this, that, another thing. I mean, they're good problems to have. But when it gets hard, what will you stick to? Answer it in the chat. For me personally, what will I stick to? My workouts. My workouts were the one thing that even when my business was crazy, I knew that would make me better each and every single day. Is it your nutrition? Is it your personal development? When business gets hard, what will you stick to? Will you stick to your relationships? This is the thing that at the end of each and every single day, when life gets tough, what can you still control? And this is the type of thing that's going to keep you here. Like when business gets tough, a lot of coaches quit because they forget about their goal or they really never even had one. For you, what will you stick to? Okay. When life gets chaotic, where will you turn? My dad went to rehab last year and I felt like my world was crumbling, but I knew that at the end of every single day, I wasn't going to let my business go out the window because of something I couldn't control. I knew that if I still sent invites and I shared my dad's short story on social media, I would find the other Ashleys of the world who had that, who I had to build that relationship with, or, who was going through that same thing. And that's where I turned. I turned to social media to find those other people who were going through that chapter of their life or have gone through that chapter of their life before, and I found support. And so that's super important. When life gets chaotic, where will you turn? And it should not be away from this business, guys. When life gets chaotic, when you're buying a house and when you're moving and when you have a baby and when your sister gets married and this and that, your business should not be the first thing to go. It should be the first thing to stay because it is the answer out of everything that you want. I cannot stand when I have a new coach on in our business, and then all of a sudden they're planning a wedding and they throw their business out the window. Do you know how cool that is to be able to control something? You don't need other future wives, fiancés you can relate to. Use it as your superpower. Whatever you are going through in your life, use it as your superpower. I could have thrown away my business when I was going through that chapter of my life last year, but instead I found the other Ashleys who were going through it, and I seeked out support. Okay, and then the last one is when you feel like you're pumping and nothing is coming out, how will you shift your mindset? There's going to be times in your business where you're just like, I'm doing the things and nothing is changing. First things first, don't get frustrated because it happens to everybody. It happened to me last week. And the worst thing you can do is to stop pumping. You're pumping and nothing is coming out. If you stop pumping, you will lose the momentum. This is the time for you to pump harder. This is the time for you to understand that at the end of each day, you have something great. Even if you aren't changing lives and earning success points, guys, that is not what makes you incredible. What makes you incredible is that you're controlling the things you can control. And if at the end of every single night, I will say this until I'm blue in the face, if at the end of every single night, you can go to bed knowing that you controlled the controllable today, you did your 4 vital behaviors, you invited, you shared on social media, you shared on social media, you've done your personal development, you've focused on yourself, and you've recognized those people doing incredible things around you. If you can go to bed knowing you did those 4 things at least 5 days a week, that's something you can control, okay? But when times get hard and you feel like you're pumping and nothing is coming out, not pumping or pumping less is going to make it worse, okay? Keep that in mind. It's one of my biggest pet peeves when I get somebody who had this major success in their business and they hit Success Club and they hit an awesome rank in the company. And then they're like, well, this month sucks. I'm going to quit. Why? Just because you had an incredible month doesn't mean that you should quit this next month. It means you have to pump harder to build that momentum. And that's what that indication should be. And every single day, even if you're not changing lives, you are changing your life. You are focusing on yourself. If you throw it away, you just wasted all that time doing all of that. And you're going to kick yourself because you're always going to check back with your coach and see how far they've gone. And you're always going to wonder, what if you would have gone further? What if you would have kept pumping? Okay, and the last thing I want to leave you guys off with, and then we'll do some questions just about the business. You're in control of whether this works. Hands down, I can want it as bad as I want for you. Your coach can want it as bad as she wants for you. But if you aren't taking control of it, you are going to go nowhere. I'm going to give you a secret. There is 3 things you need to be focusing on in this business. Number 1, you need to be working out and focusing on your nutrition. Number 2, you have got to be sharing that on social media, not just posting on your Instagram, sharing the fuck out of it on your Instagram stories. if you're not using Instagram stories, I don't know what's going on, but you've got to use Instagram stories. 100%. That is the best way to be successful in this business, is to use Instagram stories and share your truth. People want in on your truth. They don't care what boot camp you have to offer. They don't care what you're drinking in your cup. They will care about those things if they build trust with you. Okay, that's one of the things. And then the last thing is inviting. People need to be reached out to. Even if you're sharing on social media, you're focusing on yourself, you've got to hook them and invite them, okay? If you want to be successful in your business, if you want to take control of whether this business works, you have got to be doing those 3 things every single day, okay? And I built a 6-figure income doing it 1 hour a day as a teacher. There is no reason why you guys can't be doing that as well, okay? Stop looking at other people for comparison. It is the thief of joy. Put your blinders on and just hustle. It's my inspo for the night. Let me read the chat. Okay, let's take a pic really quick, because there's still faces on. Smile. This is fire, Ashley. I got the fire in me. Are those the words? Wait, Stan. Smile. Taylor, I love your new hair. Oh, wait, hold on. I did something when that happened. Oh, no. Hang on. Okay, wait. We got to do another one. This is number 2. Wait, we're going to the 3rd. Smile. Take yourself off of your phone. Wait, and now the 4th. Oh my God, Kate, I can't stand you. Wait, we're going back to the first one because I jacked up. Wait, I can't see my face. Oh yeah, I can. Push on my glasses. Yay. Okay. Are there any questions? I'm going to read through some of these things. Sydney said, good leaders reach out to people. They don't wait for people to come to them. Abso-freaking-lutely. You know what? You can hit Success Club by having people just come to you. You can hit Success Club if you're actively, showing up on social media, but you're not going to actively hit those goals, those hairy, scary goals, unless you are pushing to your full potential. I had somebody today tell me that I was not using my full potential, and it was literally a stab in my heart, but it was the truth. It was the truth. It was in this mode of, I'll wait for people to come to me. And we don't have time for that. My goals don't have time for that. I have way too big of goals. I have way too big of goals to stay stagnant. So it's really important that you guys ask yourself what you're fully capable of. Best way to know that you're fully capable of is to have something due the next day and to hustle it out. Like, there's nothing better than there was this group we ran at the beginning of the year, and everybody had to be an emerald in order to get into it. We had like 17 girls pop emerald that week because they used their full potential. Imagine if we did that every week. If we wholeheartedly used our full potential, it would be an incredible thing. I can tell you what, there'd be no question that our team would be in the top 10. I have a coach right now who has been a coach for 2 weeks and is like, I want to quit. I haven't made any money. She needs to be getting calls like this. I'm like, calls like this. She needs to be plugging into personal development. But at the end of the day, if you have done all of the things to be an incredible coach for her, then you've controlled all the things you can control. This business is not for everybody. It is a business for people who are willing to work. I can tell you that. This is a hard business, but it's passion. It's full of passion if you're willing to work for it. All right, no questions, I don't think. Today I didn't want to pump, but I had a shit day emotionally, but this call just motivated me. So after this call, I'm gonna get this robe off and work the fuck out. Okay, good. I'm always awkward on my stories. Good, people love awkward. Do you know how much I love looking at people who are just normal? People love awkward. And you know what? You're gonna become unawkward. The more you do it, you're gonna become unawkward, but people love awkward. I love awkward. It shows you're human. And just don't be salesy. Guys, on your social media, you won't be awkward if you're not salesy. Speak your truth. I love Lululemon. I'm going to share that shit like wildfire because I want people to love it as much as I do. Same thing with this journey. I lost 50 pounds of Beachbody. I would be selfish to hold that back. So when you're on your social media, who gives a shit? Those people who don't care. You're honing in on your tribe of people who are like you, who need this. And if you speak that truth 100% of the time, they're going to feel that. And in 3 months, 6 months, 10 years from now, you're going to have an entire team of yous who have that passion. You want to attract the people who are like you because it's going to be so much easier to duplicate. People love awkward. Ash, the Make It Rain training, do the coaches have to be working or just active? Just active. You just have to have 4 active, personally sponsored coaches, okay? So if you haven't, you guys have until the end of the month. So you have until the 29th, so until Friday, to get 4 personally sponsored coaches, which each and every single one of you can do. You should all, I'll be doing basically like a spreadsheet, Ellie. But you guys should all be signing your, if you are like reaching for Emerald or Diamond, you should all be signing coaches or signing customers as discount coaches. And so if you are like, I don't know what that means, go into our Team Elevate team page and just search it. Search discount coach sign up, or if you still can't find it, send me or your upline a message. It's just a training that I did in the page. Okay, cool. So no more questions. I love you all. This was kind of like an inspo call, but your goals need to scare you. They need to stretch you, and imagine where you're going to be this time next year. Imagine where you want to be by Summit of next year, because we are going to bring an entire fiery, hot team to Summit next year. We're going to all have accomplished a lot of goals, set new goals, and be bringing coaches of our own. Yeah, hot with a W. All right, guys, I will post a selfie and I will post the recording either tonight or tomorrow morning, but I love you all. Have a good night. Bye.